As we learned in this section, bonding is emotional openness and physical closeness, and it is one of our biologically based needs. This whole section is about communication. It's about first learning to be present, first learning to just confide. It is one of the basic building blocks of being able to get to the next two sections, which is working through conflict and then even deeper emotional intelligence. So as we work our way through bonding, you can see here in the section review, we started off with the safe space. Learning when it's time that we can have these very important conversations. How to have conversations that matter, right? The safe space, if we remember, is congruent style, where we're using all the positive parts of the communication stress styles. The self, speaking up for self, the other, knowing what it feels like for other, and context for both of us to work together, work our resources together to resolve issues. The second part of safe space is the invitation rule. It's the right time. It's the right time, the right style, and the posture, leveling posture. We're going to do those eye to eye, hand to hand, knee to knee if we can. But we're definitely coming to the same eye level, and together all three of those create the safe space. Now, we also did the daily temperature reading. The daily temperature reading allows us to keep our partners informed regularly. Just give us that habit of saying, hey, this is me, and I'm happy to hear about you. And that way we don't end up being like two sailing ships day after day and month after month, just taking care of our stuff and not realizing that we're not keeping each other informed, and we're slowly becoming strangers. But we're really taking the time to regularly know what's what in our lives and ask puzzles and ask questions and be free to do that. Along with the concerns with recommendations. It's a complaint, but it comes with a request. It's a concern with the recommendation. And that all comes together in the daily temperature reading with appreciation, so that people know that we still appreciate them, with wishes, hopes, and dreams. So we know that we want to be sharing those together. Empathic listening is something that's also next. We want to make sure that in our good talking and good listening skills that we're learning, we're really a part of repeating back to them, being active, nodding, using I statements, and letting people know that we're hearing what they say, we have that shared meaning, and we're getting appreciated, or we're appreciating, whichever direction it's going, when we're repeating back correctly what we hear. And last, we have talking tips, which we just went through, which is just a great way to confide slowly and with a structured 10-step progress. And caring behaviors. How do we make sure they feel loved? And our bullseye that we're trying to get to, of course, throughout this whole section, from the very first word that we spoke when we said hello to the very last words that we speak together. It's all about creating that bond.